Can Dev Look? Kama vs Yama by Devdutt Patnaik. You would not recognize him if you saw him, but perhaps you would not see him at all. Most people would not. Long ago, he had been cursed. You shall lose your body and become invisible. But on one sunny day, he became visible to a little girl called Jayashree. Of course, when Jayashree saw him, she did not recognize him. It had been a long time since anyone had seen him. Jayashree was a strange little girl. She loved doing homework. As soon as she got home from school, she would wash her face and hands and feet, change her clothes, have her lunch, and then sit down to do her homework. She would make a list of things to do them, then revise what she had done, revise them again, and finally pack her bags for the next day. When she slept, she dreamt about what homework she would be given the following day. "Come watch TV with us," her father would say. And Jayashree would reply, "No, Daddy, I have homework to do." "Go out and play," her mother would say. And Jayashree would reply, "You have guessed it. No, Mummy, I have homework to do." But on that sunny day, Jayashree had this mysterious desire not to do homework. She just wanted to lie down on her bed, watch television, and eat potato chips. Never ever had Jayashree experienced such a desire. She wanted to put her pen down, shut her notebooks, munch on chips, and watch some silly cartoon. The idea made her smile. Should I do this or should I do that? Homework or chips? As she was thinking, she heard a commotion in the garden. It was on the far side, so she could not see who it was, despite stretching her neck through her window. When the commotion continued, she went out to check who it was. When the commotion continued, she went out to check who it was. "Who is there?" Jayashree shouted. "It is me, Kama," came a sweet voice. "Kama? Who Kama?" Jayashree stepped out and saw a very handsome man in the garden. He was wearing bright robes that changed color every time he moved. He was admiring the lotus buds in the lotus pond in the middle of the garden. "Excuse me, who are you?" "You can see me? You can really see me? I don't believe it. This must be my lucky day," said the man in the colorful robe. Jayashree saw that he held a cane of sugar in his hand. It was a tall purple staff with green leaves on the top. It waved with the wind. Around it were a few honeybees. Strange, Jayashree thought. Who was this man? "Of course I can see you. Why should I not?" asked Jayashree. "Because I have been cursed that I shall lose my body and stay invisible. For thousands of years I have wandered this world invisible with my sugarcane bow. And now you can see me? This is a miracle. You must be a special child. What is your name?" "Jayashree," said Jayashree, wondering if she should call her mother. Kama seemed harmless and was extremely charming, but he was a stranger nevertheless. And what was he doing in their garden with a shaft of sugarcane? "You can call your mother, but she will not see me," said Kama. "No one can. I'm surprised that you can see me." "You can read my thoughts?" Jayashree was alarmed and a little scared. "I am a god, silly girl. Don't they teach you anything in school? Look at my feet. They don't touch the ground. And look carefully. I don't blink and I don't sweat. What is the use of all that homework that I so love to do?" Jayashree did not know how to react. "Oh, don't think so much, girl. Let us play. It has been ages since a human saw me. It feels good. Let us celebrate this moment. Let us play. Or would you rather watch television and eat chips? I love chips too." Suddenly, hundreds of butterflies entered the garden. They danced around Kama's head. Kama spread out his hand and walked around the garden. and in every direction he went, tender shoots grass burst forth from the ground, and trees exploded to release flowers of all colors. Every flower released the sweetest of perfumes in the air. Golden nectar enclosed by their petals glittered in the sunlight. Dozens of parrots descended from the sky. They had bright red beaks and bright green feathers. They sat on Kama's shoulders and flapped their wings as if to welcome an old friend. Jayashree was overwhelmed by the heady scent and the bright colors around her. She forgot all about her homework. That is what this idiot does. Makes you forget homework and all the other important things you are supposed to do, boomed a voice. Jayashree turned and saw a black buffalo right behind her, chewing the grass thoughtfully and looking at her as if she was a criminal. Jayashree felt guilty and shameful. She did not know why. On top of this buffalo was a stern-looking man. He wore dull grey robes that were crumpled, and his lips looked as if they had never curved to smile, and he had a big, thick and very long moustache. In his hand he held a diary. "I can see," said the man, referring to his diary, "that you have just finished your English homework. There is still maths and science waiting to be done, and you have to cover your geography book with brown paper. The old cover is damaged because of the ink you spilled on it, and your pencils need to be sharpened for the drawing exam tomorrow." "How do you know these things?" "Because I am supposed to know everything that everyone is supposed to do. I am Yama," said the man matter-of-factly. "Ignore him, Jayashree," said Kama. "He is no fun." "She cannot ignore me. No one can. I follow everyone everywhere. People just don't see me," said the man on the buffalo. "Because no one wants to see you," sneered Kama. "And no one can see you," retorted Yama. "Leave this girl alone. She can see me. I finally have a friend and we want to play or watch television or eat chips." "You are not invited," shouted Kama. "I don't need invitations. I will not leave her. She has homework to do, and having you around is not helping her. You will make her forget her responsibilities." "You are no friend," said Yama, sounding rather superior. Jayashree did not like Yama, but he did speak the truth. She had homework to do, but she was enjoying herself in the garden. She had never seen such flowers or smelled such perfumes, and she could not take her eyes off the butterflies and parrots. Oh, what was she to do? "Let us go shopping," said Kama. "Let me buy you a bright new dress. Your clothes look so boring." Jayashree jumped up excited. "We can travel on my parrot." "See how he distracts you, Jayashree," said Yama. "That is what he does. That is why he was cursed to become invisible." Jayashree wanted to know more. So Yama told the story of how Kama came to be cursed. Long ago, there was a young boy called Shekshili. His father gave him a pot of milk to go and sell in the market. On the way, Shekshili began to think, "If I sell this milk, I will get some money. I will not give all the money to my father. I will keep a coin for myself. Tomorrow, father will give me another pot of milk to sell. Again, I will not give him all the money. I will keep a coin for myself. In this way, I will collect many coins. When I have enough, I will buy a goat. The goat will give milk. I will sell the milk and make more money. The goat will have children. Some I will sell and some I will keep so that even they give me milk. All the milk I will sell and make a lot of money. I will use that money to buy a cow. The cow will give more milk and I will sell it to earn more money. When I have a lot of money, I will buy a house. When I buy a house, I will get a wife, and my wife will cook food for me, and she will keep nagging me to come and eat. And I will shake my head and say, "Later, I will eat later, not now, as I have work to do." As Shekshili kept daydreaming like this, he did not see a rock on the road. He stumbled on it and fell flat on the ground. The pot of milk on his head broke and all the milk was spilled. He was so angry that he cursed Kama, the god who makes you dream, to turn invisible. Hey, that is not correct, said Kama. Shakespeare did not curse me. Then who cursed you? Asked Jayashree. It was Shiva. Kama then told the story of how Shiva cursed him. Shiva was a hermit who lived on Mount Kailas, which is covered with snow all year round. He wanted everyone to leave him alone. He was happy all by himself. He certainly did not want to marry, but Parvati, the princess of the mountains, wanted to marry him. She would travel to Mount Kailash every day and offer him fruits and flowers. Shiva would show no interest. He would keep his eyes firmly shut and not even bother to smile at the poor princess. Kama felt sorry for the princess and decided to help her. So he mounted his parrot and flew down to Mount Kailash. He picked up a flower and turned it into an arrow. He turned his shaft of sugarcane into a bow and requested the honeybees to fly in a single line and serve as the bowstring. Thus, he created a very special weapon that can make a man fall in love with a woman. Kama raised the love bow and shot the love arrow at Shiva. When Shiva was shot at by the love arrow, he opened his eyes and fell in love with Parvati. But something else happened. A third eye appeared on his forehead, and out came a missile of fire, and its flames engulfed Kama. And before Kama could say anything, his body had been reduced to ashes. Parvati was horrified. She begged Shiva not to be so angry because Kama was only trying to help. So Shiva said, Kama will not die, but he will lose his body and stay invisible. And did Shiva and Parvati marry? Asked Jayashree. Of course they did. My arrows never fail, said Kama with a cheeky smile. I even shot one at you so that you stopped thinking of homework and started thinking about television and chips. Aha! So you distracted me? You made me dream, turned me into a Sheikh chili. Jayashree suddenly did not like Kama as she did before. I told you that is what he does, said Yama. Kama defended himself. If you do only what is written in Yama's diary, life will be boring. Imagine if I had not shot my arrow, Shiva would have never opened his eyes and Parvati, the poor princess of the mountains, would have never got married. Nonsense! They were supposed to marry. My diary says so. You should not have interfered, said Yama. Yama's buffalo nodded his head vigorously. If Yama had his way, everyone in this world would be like Ganguteli, said Kama. Who is Ganguteli? Asked Jayashree. Kama told her about Ganguteli. Gangu was a teli, meaning a man who makes oil. He had to press a bag full of oil seeds in an oil presser all day to get 1 or 2 pots of oil. Pressing oil is a boring task. One has to go around rotating the presser all day. One can do nothing else all day. Just go round and round and round. No fun. Just work and work and work. That is what Yama will make you, a Ganguteli, pressing oil from oil seeds all day, said Kama. I don't make oil, clarified Jayashree. Oh, but you do homework, and you don't play and you don't have fun. Even your parents find you boring. Boring like Yama, just doing tasks and following his diary and never enjoying himself. You are no different from poor Ganguteli. Yama defended himself. If Ganguteli did not do what he was supposed to do and spent his time daydreaming like Sheikh Chili, no one would get oil. What use is fun? It is just a waste of time. I feel every minute should be spent doing some work that helps the world. There is so much to do. Jayashree remembered something. She said, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Ganguteli is a Jack. Yes, said Kama, glad that he had convinced Jayashree. Yama retorted. All play and no work also make Jack a dull boy. Sheikh Chili is also Jack. Jayashree said, I don't want to be Sheikh Chili and I don't want to be Ganguteli. I don't want to be either. Then you will be Mitika Madho, said both Yama and Kama, or Gobar Ki Gani. They proceeded to explain what these two phrases meant. Mitti means mud and gobar means cow dung. A farmer was very unhappy because his children never listened to him. They never talked to him and they never obeyed him. Frustrated, the farmer and his wife went to the temple and sought the help of the gods. The farmer went to the Krishna temple and asked Krishna to give him a child who would always obey him. The farmer's wife went to the Ganesha temple and also asked for a child who would always obey the farmer. Krishna took some mud and created out of it a boy whose name was Mitti Kamadho. Ganesha took some cow dung and created out of it a girl called Govar Ki Gani. Here you are, said Krishna and Ganesha, two children who will do nothing else but what you tell them to do. The farmer and his wife returned home with the boy and the girl, very happy to have two obedient children. But soon they realized that the children did nothing else but obey them. If they told the children to stand up, they stood up. If they told the children to sit down, they sat down. They never did anything on their own. Once the farmer's wife told Mitika Madho, go to the market and buy some sugar. Madho went to the market and bought sugar but did not return home. He kept waiting in the market because his mother had not told him to return home. Another time, the father told Gobar Ki Gani, go take a bath. Gani took a bath but did not step out of the bathroom because her father had not told her so. Such stupid, silly kids, said Jayashree. They are useless. The two children are neither Sheikh Chili nor Ganguteli, said Yama. You must be either Sheikh Chili or Ganguteli, said Kama. Choose my way. Do what you are supposed to do. Do your duties, said Yama. Choose my way. Do what you feel like. Have fun, said Kama. Jayashree did not know whom to choose. She loved doing homework, but sometimes she loved eating chips and watching television too. She looked at Kama. He was so cute and charming with his colorful clothes, his sugarcane, his parrots, his bees and butterflies. He made her feel so happy and carefree, but he was so irresponsible. He did not care that his arrow caused Sheikh Chili to daydream and fall and break his pot and lose all his milk. Jayashree was not sure if she liked Kama. Jayashree then looked at Yama. He looked so stern with his dull clothes and his buffalo and his diary. And he was so strict about doing one's tasks. Kama whispered in Jayashree's ears, Yama is the god of death. Surely you know, if you choose him, he will kill you. Yama overheard Kama because his ears are very sharp. He said, being the god of death is not a bad thing at all. When you have done all that you are supposed to do as per my diary, you must leave the earth. It is my job to help you leave the earth. And where do we go? Asked Jayashree. Across the river Vaitarni to the land of the dead, answered Yama. And if I did not exist, said Kama, everyone would stay in the land of dead. I bring people back into the land of the living. Are you saying that I was once in the land of the dead? How come? I don't remember, asked Jayashree. The river Vaitarni takes away all memories, said Yama. If I did not exist, all things would stay on earth and the earth would become a very crowded place. Jayashree looked at the garden, the trees, the flowers, the lotus pond and realized how beautiful it was, thanks to Kama. But if Yama did not exist, the flowers and the butterflies would stay in the garden forever. They would never go. Things would get boring. I am Sunday and all holidays, said Kama. A day without rules and all fun. I am Monday and all work days, said Yama. A day with rules and tasks to do. Both were trying hard to make her choose one or the other. Can I choose both of you? I love Kama, but I also like Yama. I like doing homework, but sometimes I would like to watch television and eat chips too, said Jayashree. Of course you can, said Kama. You will be like Raja Bhoj, said Yama. The gods then told Jayashree about Raja Bhoj. He was a wise king. For 1/2 of the month, from new moon to full moon, when the moon would wax, he would sit in the court and do everything a ruler is supposed to do. building roads and solving problems and settling disputes. For the other half of the month, from full moon to new moon, when the moon wanes, he would spend time playing with his wife and children, listening to music and watching dance performances, swimming in the river or riding on elephants in the forest. He balanced Kama and Yama, exclaimed Jayashree. Yes, I want to be Raja Bhoj. So you will be, said the two gods. Kama then rose to the sky on his parrot, waved his sugarcane and flew towards the east. Yama nodded his head, tapped his diary and got onto his buffalo to walk towards the west. Jayashree found herself all alone in the garden. She took a decision. First I'll finish my homework. Then I will watch television and eat chips. It felt good to be Raja Bhoj.